Hi, welcome back to Movie Review Mom. I'm the mom and I do the movie reviews. You can find me also on our Facebook group called Movie Review Mom, and be sure and join and check out all of the conversations and fun things that we do there. You can also follow me on Instagram as Movie Review Mom, and right here on YouTube, if you click on discussions and community, I've got a new poll that I would love for you to participate in. I want to find out what movie you think is going to win Best Picture for the 2022 Academy Awards. That's airing next month in March. And the reason I wanted to bring that up is because today I'm reviewing one of the films that's getting a lot of Oscar buzz. The name of the movie is called King Richard. This inspirational sports movie is now in select theaters and on HBO Max. It's rated PG-13 and is 2 hours and 24 minutes. It's a pretty long movie. I'm going to give you an overview in a nutshell. I'll point out things I liked and didn't like, as well as offer tips for parents, of course, always. Themes worth talking about, movie lines, and even some recommendations for some other movies that I instantly thought of when I watched this film. Now, the movie came out in November, but I think it flew under a lot of people's radar, and I was so busy, I didn't even have time to watch it, let alone write a whole movie review on my website and then film a video. But now I finally did, and I'm so glad I did. In a nutshell, this is a very inspirational sports film that takes a look at how tennis superstars Venus and her sister Serena Williams became who they are after the coaching from their fairly strong-willed father, Richard Williams. The film was directed by Ronaldo Marcus Green and written by Zach Baylin. In 2018, not that long ago, the film ended up on the Blacklist, which is a list that features unproduced films with potential. It's now listed among the top contenders for Best Picture for 2022. That's especially impressive considering this is only Ronaldo Marcus Green's third feature film. So kudos to him. On a personal note, I'm a huge disappointment to my father in many ways, but one of them was that I never became a tennis star. He absolutely loves the game and has played all of his life. I took tennis lessons, I tinkered around with it, but I was never very good. And he would have been thrilled if I had even just played on my high school team. But at the time, I was obsessed with dance and other things. And so I was busy focusing on those rather than playing tennis. And tennis is a really great game, and I wished I had spent more time working at it. Now, here's the list of things that I really liked about this movie. First of all, who doesn't love Will Smith, who stars as Richard Williams? As if his acting weren't great enough, he did something truly impressive after filming this movie. He divided up his $40 million earnings to split among the other actors in the movie as a special thank you bonus to them. So kudos to Will. This is his third biopic after Ali in the year 2001 and The Pursuit of Happiness in 2006. Both fantastic movies that should have earned him an Oscar. He has been chasing that Oscar for years. So we'll see if this is finally the year for him. The film's title reveals that the focus of the story is really Richard Williams, the dad who drove his daughters to greatness while fiercely trying to protect the girls' childhood and family values. Will Smith really disappears in his role. And in fact, I've heard that his portrayal of the real Richard Williams is spot on. And I don't doubt that. This is absolutely the right role for him. Warner Brothers has really been pushing Oscar buzz for this movie. And so I want to know, do you think that this could win Picture of the Year? Comment down below. Saniyya Sidney did an excellent job as Venus Williams. And believe it or not, she had never played tennis before she made this movie. In fact, she's left-handed, whereas Venus Williams is right-handed. So she had to learn how to play and hit hard like Venus Williams. She trained like a true athlete with hours of practice and a strict diet. And she also spent hours watching videos of Venus playing in tennis tournaments. So kudos to Sanaya. The talented cast also includes Aunjanue Ellis, who successfully holds her own while she goes head to head with Will Smith as Richard Williams' wife. She really had some fiery scenes, and I really appreciated some of the wisdom that came out of her mouth. Anyway, the cast also includes Demi Singleton, John Bernthal, Tony Goldwyn, Dylan McDermott, and Kevin Dunn, among the very big cast. Venus and Serena Williams were actually producers of this movie, along with Will Smith and his lovely wife, Jada Pinkett Smith. The trailers have been really great, and the poster with the dad and his girls pushing a shopping cart has a really cute whimsy about it. The scenes with tennis matches are done really well, and they focus on the tension without dragging on where you're watching a game for a really long time in case you're not into tennis. You definitely get the tension, and then it moves on to another scene. The humor is mostly found in the entertaining things that Richard says. While the last scene occurs after a game loss by Venus, we learn that she later became the first African-American woman to be ranked #1 in the tennis world. And her sister went on, of course, to great fame and fortune and trophies as well. You get to see the pictures, videos, and even some interview footage of the real Williams family at the end of the movie when the final credits roll. Now, with all of that praise, and I really did enjoy the movie, there were just a few things that I didn't like or thought could have been handled a little bit differently. First of all, the movie jumps into the Williams girls already playing well at tennis. And what I wanted to know is what got them initially interested in tennis? How did their father get interested? Now, it's not the center of the film's purpose. I was just simply curious. It would have been cute to show little girls, little baby girls, toddlers even playing tennis, but I don't know the origin story. Parents with kids in sport will experience both admiration and I think some mixed feelings about Richard Williams' coaching approach and even a parenting approach with his daughters. And people are often a bit skeptical, and rightly so, when family members are involved in a biopic. The questions are often asked, has the story been sugar-coated? What was left out? What might have been added in to give it the Hollywood effect? That kind of thing. Ultimately, it is a triumph of a movie and a great reminder to all of us to never give up on your dreams. Let me give you some tips for parents. A man gets beat up and you see it happen. There's some profanity, some violence. You actually see a drive-by shooting in the hood, and they paint the picture that Compton is not a safe place to raise a family, and the reputation that it held, especially back at that time. There are some racial slurs, both about whites and blacks. So some language associated with that might be offensive. Some of the positive themes that are illustrated very well in the movie are respect, perseverance, parenting and tough love, marriage partners, and how they need to work together as a team, especially in decision making, cheating, adversity, humility, race, passion for sports, excellence, having a plan, scholarship opportunities, and to never stop dreaming. Now, I always write down funny lines and interesting lines just to give you a flavor of the film, and I include all of them on my written review at moviereviewmom.com, but I'll share just a couple of them with you right now. One line that I thought was pretty cute was Tony Goldwyn plays the coach, Paul Cohen, and he's talking to Richard Williams, and he says, "You're the most stubborn person I've ever known, and I coached McEnroe." So tennis fans will definitely appreciate that line. And then there were some really interesting lines mentioned by Oracene Brandy Williams, played by Aunjanue Ellis. And of course, she plays Richard's wife. And she is pretty angry with him often. And she says, "Don't accept my silence as agreement." And another conversation she has with him, she says, I've been here dreaming and believing just like you. You just don't want to see me. And I thought that that was really great to include that in the movie because obviously these daughters had a mother and a father, and that their mother was fiercely loyal and hardworking, just alongside her husband, their father. So I was glad to see that she got some credit for all of her hard work and dedication. All right, so overall, my movie review mom grade is an A. So before we go, let me give you some recommendations for some other films. The first is called I, Tonya. And the reason I thought of it was because this is a girl in sports, Tonya Harding as a figure skater, and how she rose to fame and prestige in the ice skating world, and her mother's strong influence on her and the industry. And there were some incredible performances in that movie. And then another movie I thought of is called The Blind Side. It illustrates the importance of having kind of a sponsor, a patron, someone who believes in an athlete and is willing to go the distance. And also great performances in that one. And then the last one is a fun one called Fighting with My Family, also based on a true story. All three of these are based on true stories, including, of course, King Richard. And that one's all about boxing. So I loved all of those. And again, they all had incredible performances. All right, that's it for my review. Thank you so much for subscribing and liking this video. That helps to spread YouTube magic dust all over my channel. I'm really trying to get it to grow. So I appreciate all of your efforts and support. Have a fantastic day, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye for now.